Crip Talk on the mic, man.
What's up, brother? I don't got no smoke for anything you're saying. And I don't think anyone who can critically think for themselves really can have smoke, because what you're saying is legit. And what I'm noticing about these cats that are, you know, especially these Taharka Bey fans, they're very, very superficial and hypocritical. Like, you made a good point when you said that Tariq wasn't getting no smoke when he was doing the pimping and the macking. And this goes across the board for a lot of these cats that people will criticize. They criticize them when they're trying to do something positive. That should be suspicious. That should be a red flag in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have no smoke for the people that's really doing toxic behavior in the community. But when a brother's trying to do some things, somehow it triggers something.
Yeah.
So I know that I think sometimes we use that word agent a little bit too much. But at the end of the day, rather they belong to an agency, whether they're getting paid from the government or not, if what they're doing is anti-progressive for what we're trying to do and it's disruptive, the effect's the same regardless. They could be doing it out of hate. They could be doing it just for clout chasing. They could be doing it out of ignorance, but the effect is the same nevertheless. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm noticing like a lot of superficial, like the brother who was saying, no disrespect to him, but he was saying that, Tariq Nasheed has some non-FBA security. Like, that's a very superficial point. And like, if that's all you got, and you're comparing that to a dude who has documentation of being a woman beater, a sex offender, a snitch, an actual snitch who just started his channel coincidentally after catching, like a week after catching a case that should have sent them back to prison. So you weigh out those two things, weigh out, like you said, the temple versus a museum versus a movement that's getting our people on code to try to be progressive and be politically active and economically sufficient. Like, you weigh these things out. What do you think that we need in our communities more? I mean, it really just boils down to that.
Definitely. And to people in the chat room that's talking crazy about the brother being in a... Look how many...
Your mic hella low, bro.
Yeah, people in the chat talking crazy about the brother Crip Talk being in agreement with me. That's cool, because check it out. I've dropped the link several times and ain't no smoke clicked it, and we can't make no smoke click it. So, hey man, salutes to the brother. Niggas is just, we got the round table going, man. Stop hating because we telling the truth though. That's all going on.
And
we don't like the truth.
I'm not even biased towards you because this is like the second time I've ever seen you. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you're saying is fact. So what am I going to do? I'm a critical thinker. Yeah. It makes sense.
It's the path of least resistance.
But I thought, what's up, Sanchez? The museum seems like this is Disney World or Muse. So it's entertainment, but it's celebrity entertainment. So there's no need for a museum, and I think
that's weird. This brother, y'all coming with weird.
I'm saying, look, I'm saying for real though, but you're saying that he's privatizing, so it's private, but he sniped FBA comes from the Aboriginal community, so
it doesn't.
Let's get it.
Yeah, brother, I ain't gonna even entertain what you saying, brother. That's just you
I'm saying, why not though? But you
okay? Let me go on. Do this to you then. Let me go on. Pull out my knife, and I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on. If I don't think you want me to respond. Mute your mic up there.
Go ahead.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Prove it by muting your mic. Prove it by muting your mic right now.
Okay, I got
mute your mic right now.
Come on, let's get it.
Nah, mute your mic right now. I want to respond. Bro, I can't respond if you're talking.
Go ahead, man.
Don't say go ahead. Just stop. Let me go.
Go ahead.
You trolling, man. You trolling.
Man, go, run it, man. Go ahead. No, okay. Run it. Museum.
Okay.
It's entertainment, bro.
All right. I'm gonna go. Can I go? Can I go right now?
FBA is entertainment. Is entertainment.
He don't want me.
No, go
ahead. Okay, good. Okay, so check this out, man. A museum is entertainment. You know what? That's the best form of education. When I was young, We went to several museums, and guess what? When I'm gonna show you how museums work. If I had a flat earth museum, I can fucking have a live model of all of the ancient cosmologies that I got on my collage. I can walk the children over here and say, and this is the Hebrew cosmos, and I can point at a big ass terrarium. I can even, if I had the money, I can make a flat earth museum where we can walk inside of each terrarium. It'll take a lot of land though. And I can make these terrariums sort of to scale where we can go in them and see how it would have been with lights and water, all that, to animate it. And I'll say, okay, let's walk in the Babylonian conception of the universe. You know how dope that'll be? Now watch this. That's all a museum. Now hold up, bro. Hold on.
It seems like a gimmick.
I don't want to kick you off. You gonna respect. Let me finish though. Let me finish, man. So when somebody tell, hold on, brother, it's just respect. That's all. All I'm asking is respect. I invite you onto my phone call, my round table. At least let me answer you without being cut off, right? So check this out. You can make an argument what we need and don't need. That's your opinion. The name of the game is that a man needs to be building, but another man shouldn't be telling another man what the fuck to build. Every man should have enough morality to build something that they think is constructive and positive in the community. And I just don't see nothing negative and destructive about a museum. All right.
Okay.
So hold on. I'm still going. A person that's building a museum. Yeah, that's right. It's my show. Don't ask me no questions now, because I'm gonna go thorough with it. Matter of fact, let me take you off for a minute, dummy. Now check this out, y'all. That's that Taharka energy. We don't need no museum, so you gonna go try to destroy it and troll and tear it down. Every time a black man trying to build something, and positive though, we gotta add positive, it's some nigga going to destroy it saying we don't need it. We don't need drill rap. We don't need that trap house that's next to your grandma house, bitch ass nigga. Go tear that down. You want to come up here and say we don't need no museum when you live in a damn hood infested with dope dealers. You don't need none of that, and you ain't got the same energy. If you ask me which one we don't need the most, the museum or the trap houses, the museum or the Burger King, the museum or the McDonald's that's pausing in your dumb ass.
That's
the museum, all them goddamn churches that's telling you that bullshit and Pastor Ryan in a Benz. Niggas is haters and dummies too. But we don't need no museum. Weird nigga.
No, bro, I'll wait if somebody else was gonna go.
You got it.
All right. So I watched some of that Taharka Bey. I think that's who it is, the older dude, the one who ain't got all the beard and shit, the one that don't own the shop, the nigga that came on the flight. I watched some of his shit, and I'm not sure, because I picked up some weird energy off of his shit. It seemed like he was trying to finesse, but in his story, he was basically saying he didn't actually come for the smoke. He just came to view the dude. Yeah, he say he was
any nigga who ain't got no mustache line.
Potato head looking ass nigga.
Yeah, I watched it, and I only brought it up because his video, he kind of explains it beyond what the other Tariq explains. And I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, because I don't really know neither one of them. So I can't really say whether one of them align or not. But I just wanted to bring that to the table and see what you thought about that. He basically explained how he didn't come for no beef. He was on his own accord. He had some court case or some shit.
I don't entertain shit like that. Let me tell you something. If me and you going back and forth online, and I just so happen to look outside my house and see you out there with your phone out and shit, dude, I'm gonna come out there red. I'm gonna come out there so furious, man. I'm talking about seriously, dog. I'm gonna come out there, dude, so crazy, man. Dude, you ain't gonna be able to be telling me, well, I was just here. I was the only reason. No, bro. I ain't hearing none of that. But you to like, that's crazy what you asking me. Yeah, let's move with the mic though. Yeah. We know what this is. Ain't nobody gonna play dumb on the call. We know what this is. You pulled up on the man. You didn't pull up. Okay, what was the business that he had at the museum?
Yeah, like I said, I don't really know if he was being honest, but he said in that shit, he said he was going there recording that shit. He wanted to, like, I guess, show what his museum was. He liked some of the stuff he had on there. He was trying to show it off or something. I don't really know,
You
bro.
could go online and do that. Everything I want to see, I could go and Google it right now, dude. Ins and out. Ain't no excuse. You're obsessed. You want it to be close to that man so you can provoke him into touching you, some spit getting on you or something like that so you can file this paperwork, dude. Y'all want to play dumb. Act like y'all niggas ain't from the streets on this panel. You want to. I'm going to call it out.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. I just wanted to bring that up to the table because I ain't know if anybody heard his video.
Yeah, we heard that bullshit. I reviewed the video.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Because he did definitely say that they had some type of little Twitter bullshit going on. So you're right. If I got beef with a nigga, I'm not gonna be at his shop admiring his shit. If I got beef with him, nigga, fuck your shop, nigga. Your shit lame, nigga. I'm gonna go to a different one. Just even if your shit goddamn the truth, nigga. If I don't fuck with you, nigga, I ain't about to pop up at your shit to give you.
And let me tell you something. That's some nosy ass hoe shit. That's like if a nigga leave a girl, if he divorced that woman and marry another woman, right? And he buy a new house with the new woman. And the old bitch riding by the house and shit trying to record, look at the house. Oh, they got 5 bedrooms. If you not fucking with the nigga no more and you not fucking with him, why you catching a plane ticket all playing peekaboo and shit, you nosy goofy ass nigga? What peekaboo? I wanted to fan. That's some hoe shit. Girl, they got 5 bedrooms in the museum. Mm-hmm. Child, yeah, I rode by the bitch house. Nigga, like, come on, y'all condoning fuckery. Niggas ain't got time for that kind of shit that he doing there.
That's a fact, bro.
Hey, I got a little smoke, but I'm not taking up for Taharka. But the smoke that I do have is this. I think Tariq Nasheed, he be going back and forth with content creators online. And so
that's cool though. It's not it's not a legitimate reason to stalk and to provoke niggas in the lawsuits and all that. You could go back and forth all day. That's cool. I like that actually.
But where I'm getting at is this, right? Like, why the back and forth couldn't be the same way between him and Tommy, because he did pull it up on Tommy and slap Tommy. So now
let me explain something. Here's why. I want to answer you. If me and you going back and forth online and the back and forth lead to us calling each other bitch ass niggas and all that shit and talking tough, now that's different. At that point, if you somewhere near me and I can catch you and pull up on you, I'm gonna do that. Cause now I'm obligated to let folks know online I ain't just talking tough. See, the beef done went beyond us just saying you wrong about some teaching or the earth ain't flat or nothing like that. You bitch ass nigga, I do this and do, guess what? And so now, who will really pull up now? That's what the people want to know. Tariq Nasheed proved I'm actually about what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's different than Tariq Nasheed provoking a nigga. He ain't obsessed with Tommy, trying to get Tommy to hit him so he can file a lawsuit. He trying to hit Tommy Cause he's saying, nigga, what's up? I thought you was about that. Like, come on, bro. Y'all acting weird right now.
Fact. And to back up Tariq, though,
Like I
to
said,
back
I'm not
up,
taking up. I ain't taking up for Taharka Bey, because if Taharka Bey would have just pulled up with the problem, you feel me? Because that's what you should have did since you showed up to
You
his
shouldn't have
establishment.
put up at all, man.
at all, bro.
But then I
Facts.
think Tariq Nasheed shouldn't have pulled up when Tommy was trying to
No,
do his interview.
you know why it's different, bro? Because
Go ahead.
him and Tommy was saying that they was gonna pull up on each other. Tariq Nasheed didn't fucking say I'ma pull up on you. And Taharka didn't tell him he was gonna pull up on him. That man showed up unannounced. That's weird shit. So Tariq Nasheed basically popped up on his ops like peekaboo, bitch. Caught you slipping. What's all that tough talk you was talking? Uh-huh.
Okay, well then
It's
let me
different.
say this.
It's different than
How is
Taharka.
that different?
It's different than Taharka Bey saying I was just going to take pictures of his building and shit. Bro, that's whole shit. You and me beefing, either you pulling up with the smoke or leave me alone. I like what Tariq Nasheed did. Cause either I'ma pull up on you or I'm not. I'm not finna be playing whole games, trying to get you to hit me, file paperwork outside your bid. That's whole games. If I'm pulling up, I'm doing like Tariq did. I'm walking up to you saying, what's up with what you was saying online, my nigga? I'm not doing all this whole shit that Taharka doing. I don't know what kind of niggas y'all are, man. I'm just saying.
Well, I can agree with that.
And to back up Tariq, though, he also said in his video that when bruh pulled up, he had already put on the social media pictures of him in a casket, all type of threatening type shit. So first time you see a nigga outside your establishment, you thinking he coming for that. So it's up there now. So I'm gonna smack you, and you running away now. You acting like a bitch. So I ain't gonna jump on you because I see I got the best of you. But nigga, get the fuck on.
So why is security couldn't handle that in the video when he was walking up on GS?
Because the
Ain't see no
security ain't
security
got the
following him or
beef,
nothing.
bro. Security ain't got the beef. They
So what
ain't
the
looking at
security
him
there
like that he
for?
coming to fight.
So check this out, right? Security, watch this, let me explain that. Security there basically, and I hate to say this, I was a renter cop, and we there to protect property, not people. If you want to protect people, you need a bodyguard. Now, guess what a nigga can say? If I got a bodyguard and one of my trolls put up who I want the people to know ain't about that life, guess what? I tell my bodyguard, back off, bro. I got this nigga here, bitch. Nah, he was talking that shit. Back off. Security not gonna break us up. Their job is to call the police if they see a fight. I hate to tell y'all that. They report and observe. They there to protect property.
Facts.
Hey, so
And
does
it
that same
wasn't like-
logic apply to when Tariq wrote up on Brandon after court? Does that same logic apply?
Now I didn't see that video, but I would like for you to tell me what happened, and I'm gonna keep it real and be the unbiased nigga and tell you the real shit about the situation. Tell me what happened, my brother, and I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So, and the video is on Brandon's page if you want to see it. I think it's on his Twitter too if you want to show it.
Okay,
But
matter
it
of
just-
fact, somebody put that link out. Let's. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Yeah, that would be a good one to see because it just basically shows, and Brandon made it clear in the video that Tariq was parked from wherever he was walking from. And in the video, you can see it's pretty damn far. So he, instead of going in his car and taking off, he comes with his quote unquote security guards and comes and, approaches Brandon. And I mean, it looked like a hostile situation. Brandon kind of did the same thing as Taharka in that situation, but he didn't get hit. But the point I'm trying to make is, the correlation between what you just said about the security at the museum and then with the security. So by that logic, Tariq basically wanted the one-on-one smoke with Brandon. And for the brother earlier that says something about I'm doing superficial or surface.
What's the name of
critiques.
that video that he listed?
That was me, bro.
The name of that video, I don't know the exact name of it, but it is on, I believe it's on Brandon's Twitter. Because if you get it off YouTube, he's going to be talking forever, all in between and everything. So it's going to take a minute to find it. But the specific, just that clip, is on Twitter though.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Tariq and Brandon had to go to court. And after the court was over,
Right.
Tariq started walking up to the man, hostile, all like that.
Correct. Yeah. Brandon.
And guess what? Now here's okay. Here's my take on it. That's all I need to know right there. That's all I need to know. And because that's all I need to know to tell you shit. Tariq was wrong, man. I said that earlier. I said Tariq let brothers trigger him. I think Tariq from Oakland, if I'm not mistaken. Don't let me lie on it. But what I do know is the nigga from the hood. And he's a businessman and he's successful now. And that's gonna be his downfall, letting niggas trigger him. Cause you got agent provocateurs that'll take everything you work for just cause you touched them a little bit and doing all that. So I'm telling you, yeah, I said that earlier. It's not right that Tariq go that route and allow niggas to trigger him into that. But it's also wrong that another black man trying to trigger the successful black man. That's what I was saying earlier.
Right. And two things could be right at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally agree.
Yeah, but me personally, I don't think they equally wrong. I think the nigga that's trying to trigger a nigga and doing all that is more wrong, me personally, than the nigga that got triggered.
Facts.
Okay. So you think that Brandon?
I just said what I said. I ain't putting no names on it. I don't want to put no names on it. Nope. I just want to say what I say in general because I don't want to personalize it into them too. If the shoe fit, wear it. If you know the situation, brother, you can take what I said and apply it to the Brandon thing. I said it. Listen, a person that's triggering another person is doing more wrong to the community than the person that allowed themselves to be triggered by the triggerer. Because these people that's going around triggering folks ain't being productive. If you got somebody that's minding their business, somebody minding their business, they trying to be productive, and it's somebody in their ear keep trying to distract them to trigger them, and they just so happen to get triggered one day. Everybody got a breaking point. How do we make them make they shit equal to the person that got up every day wasting their energy when that person was being constructive for the community?
Facts.
Okay, so the people who are antagonizing the successful individual, they're just coming out of nowhere and doing that, right?
Brother, I ain't say none of that. See what y'all doing? I said a person that's trying to trigger another person. And if they started with that person and that person wasn't fucking with them, we need to get rid of them. And the person that got triggered, they need to be triggered, if you ask me. And a lot of times it don't justify it. I say, bro, you it's one of them situations where niggas say, we get why you did it, but you shouldn't have done it because we in a modern world today and people can file lawsuits. In the natural world, the village would let that person beat your ass for fucking with them. But since everybody can file little paperwork, bitch shit go unattended to. And that's what I'm telling you, us men got to address, man.
Right. And you know what? It's like the critique would be more valid if the people that was doing the critique actually had a resume of doing things productive in the community. But these cats that are coming with the most smoke, they ain't doing nothing productive. It's like the only thing that they have on their resume is that they hate to see somebody doing something that's getting praise or that's making progress. So that makes it right there. That cancels out anything that they're saying. It's not even sincere.
Not at all.
Yo, Sanchez, I just want to clarify real quick on my behalf. I don't have anything personal against any of them dudes. I don't see it any other kind of way. But my opinion is based on just looking at it straight down the middle. That's it, man. And just saying, yeah, there's accountability on both sides. And that's it, man.
That's true. Tariq Rashid, you know, he didn't have to put his hands on whatever how it went. You know, he should have thought ahead of that because he should have known, like, dude, trying to just antagonize me.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Right. And at the same time, this dude came all the way over here. You feel me? And like once you see him, he been talking all this shit. Of course, you're gonna be feeling some type of way. That's any real nigga, bro. Especially when it comes to the YouTube shit, where we see people in real life, ain't nobody gonna like think of YouTube, nigga. We in real life.
Right.
And
But you can't tell somebody how to protect their business
public,
though.
He on the public sidewalk. He knew what he was doing.
And I'm gonna tell
You know
you,
what I'm saying? He in the public, but at the same time, he's still in front of somebody's business, bro.
as a community, we got to have a radical incentive to discourage trolling and agent provocateurs and people that get up every day triggering people. And I think that what we can do to that radical incentive will be, whenever these situations occur, always take the side of the man that was triggered versus the triggerer. That's what I'm doing to prevent this kind of, cause guess what, yo? You can't stop a person from being a trigger. It ain't natural. We human. Everybody got a breaking point. And if you keep backing up per plant, like, it's only so much a person can take. That statement has been said for generations, because it's true. It's true. And if your goal is to trigger me, if you got up every day, guess what? One day you gonna be successful, bitch.
Right.
One day I guarantee you, because you're not gonna play with me for 10 years straight. 10 years, that's 1 year to some niggas. I'm just saying, I'm not bothering you. I'm trying to build. That's why we got to have more energy toward the one that's wasting their energy to provoke their brother, who's not trying to provoke them. That's called an agent provocateur, man. We need to, that kind of behavior got to be,
And it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. For real.
He even admitted in his video he wore the body cam because he knew he was
That's
gonna.
what I'm saying, bro. Dude, yeah, agitating people for no reason.
Right, and all that shit was weird, man.
He didn't want to claim the feds was on the roof, man. Come on, bro.
He did that on purpose, bro. And he can't claim nobody was on the roof unless they was feds that he called, because he the main one charging.
Let me explain something to you. When that man said that Tariq Nasheed got the FBI on the roof, everybody should have known then that that man had lost his noodles. Because like I said in my last video, the White House ain't even got the FBI on the roof. It's some people in this world that's way more important than Tariq Nasheed, and they ain't got the fucking FBI on their rooftop. Dude, you think that the fucking FBI would be on the rooftop of the Hidden History Museum? What the fuck you act like this nigga got? What the fuck he got in that bitch? What the hell? Bro.
Trinkets.
God like they need the FBI for a nigga that can get slapped and run away. Cut it out.
Come on, man. God damn. And he had folks going for that. God damn.
Right. FBI for what though? Like why? What are they there? They was waiting on you? Come on, bro.
The bank that you go to that's got hundreds of millions of dollars in it don't even got the FBI on the roof, y'all.
Facts. The FBI ain't never on your roof. I don't even know where they getting that shit from, nigga. If they even gonna bust you for selling drugs like a kingpin, they not on your roof, nigga. They in the bushes, they outside, around. Like that's never a thing for real. Like,
right. By the time you see them, it's already too late.
Yeah. And how is a nigga? Yeah. How a nigga talk? How a nigga talking about the FBI, but then you quick to fucking go and do a lawsuit? That too then admits to me for real. But yeah, go ahead.
Right, bro. Like, how is you talking on the internet about your case, knowing damn well anybody with a case that gave it to their lawyer, you can't talk about it, bro. You just gonna fuck up your case.
No,
you know what I'm
remember he tried to say that the case ain't about the fight and shit. He said it was a case before, and I think he said it was about him calling him pedophile or some shit like that.
He never called him a pedophile though. He called him a sex offender. There's a difference.
Okay.
And the funny thing is,
and that's what the paperwork said.
Y'all know Taharka went on there and he said out his own mouth on video that Tariq didn't slap him. He's like, if he said he didn't slap me, then he didn't slap me. So it's like, how you finna file a case when you already admitted that what you're accusing him of didn't even happen?
You know why that came out? You know why that came out like that? Because I know how the mind works. What happens is, if somebody smack me and they got a little money. Some in me want to get money from them in court. I gotta admit that he smacked me, but the man in me, the ego in me, being in the streets, don't want to admit that he smacked me though. So you're gonna get this double kind of,
especially if you didn't do nothing about it.
Right. That's what it's psychological. Yeah, it's psychological. Yeah.
Yep. That's fact.
That's why he kept saying, "Oh, ain't what he say? Ain't no punk in me," or whatever he was saying.
Right now he wants to MMA fight him,
so he could validate it.
My hands is up, but I was present amount of this.
But now he wants to MMA fight him though, right?
Yeah, man. If you see that video, man,
hit that nigga back. Fuck that.
If you see that video, bro, he looks scared.
He was scared.
You know what, y'all? That's what makes the whole clout chase
my hands up.
just look crazy, because dude, he goes out there or whatever. First he's called a molester. He goes out there talking crazy, will get smacked, and then doesn't do anything about it. So it's like when clout chasing goes bad, basically. And there's video to prove it on replay if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And notice Taharka didn't show that body cam like he said he was.
Right. He never did.
He's talking about he's saving it. He's doing it for the views.
He ain't gonna play it, man.
He doing it for the views, man.
He gonna try to take it to court and make that nigga get extra shit on him.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not rocking with that dude at all, because I mean his whole situation is just backwards, and it definitely ain't no B-more shit, because I done been out there many times, and a lot of niggas don't get down like that. I don't know where he got that from. I think he's got to do with that Moore doctrine, man.
Bro, that's that YouTube shit, bro. That nigga goddamn, he trying to be a YouTube ass lawful citizen ass nigga, trying to claim he in the streets. But when he
initiated
got smacked,
the whole confrontation.
Like, even if you can't fight, bro, he should have tried to smack him back or something, nigga. You
he
just
said himself.
off.
He turned around and said, "We might as well talk like men now." You initiated the whole confrontation. You know what I'm saying?
At first, he said he's the one that pushed up. At first, he said he's the one that pressed him on the truck. Remember?
Right. He told him on himself. So
that nigga is a scary little nigga.
Right. I could have respected if he would have just got his ass whooped and fought. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Getting smacked, man. Come on.
Smacked. That means that he didn't even respect him enough to punch him because he knew he was a bitch.
Walked you down. You had plenty of time, nigga. And then smacked you. God
that
damn.
He didn't even punch you, nigga. He smacked you.
Think about that.
Something on tackle him or something, bro.
The slap just makes it that much.
That nigga said, "Bitch, you at my shop being a little bitch. Come here, nigga."
Right.
Smack.
Right.
Man, I would love to know. I would love to know what Tariq was saying to him as he was walking his ass back like that, though, because it looked like he was hollering at him, and then Taharka must have said something just stupid or out of pocket, and Tariq was like, "Fuck it," and just popped his ass.
Right.
And he was saying, I was gonna pop him. Was he talking about punch him or shoot him?
Probably meant punch him.
Probably meant punching him, yeah. But they must have been having some little back and forth when he was walking them back, though. You know, when Tariq was walking
Tariq was like, "Man, get your little bitch ass. What the fuck you doing over here, little bitch ass nigga?
Little weirdo.
Just smack the shit out of you, nigga. What the fuck you doing over here, nigga?" Talking
right, and that's the second. And listen, that's the second time he popped up on him. Remember, he went to that little to the rally. In DC. So he's a habitual line crosser,
a stalker. And you know what, man? A person who don't think that this is problematic behavior don't care about their children. Because if your son was stalking a nigga like that, you'll say, "Boy, you playing a dangerous game. You better stay. What you did? What?" But you'll let that slide. Like, that's why whoever ain't checking Taharka Bey don't give a fuck about him. All them people in his chat room and stuff like that don't care about that man, nor the community.
No, they don't. Facts, they don't. And you got to think, if somebody's that obsessed to keep pulling up, they're making 100 videos at you in Twitter. You don't know what they'll do next. You don't know if they might come there and try to hurt because they're not getting the response that they want. That's what psychotic. You know what I'm saying? People do when they're obsessed stalking people. You don't know what they might do. So you do got to slap them. You got to slap them because it's all about reward, consequence. That's how you teach your children, right? Behavior. So you got to make sure that there's consequences for these cats that's doing this weird shit that could end up being detrimental to somebody's health. The standard has to be set. So that was a good slap right there.
And
And
you
it
know
could have
what?
been a lot worse. They're in LA. It could have been worse. Some goons could have been there and pulled out.
Hey, I want every man Crip talk. Now let's look at it from this way. Now this finna show y'all another way too. Think of how men are. We're territorial. Every man know that if another man come just to your state and not your city, but he your enemy, him going live just in your state gonna make you feel some kind of way. I know that sound weird, but men are territorial. The closer your enemy get to you, the more it's like, okay, I gotta get ready.
Right.
So I'm just saying, look at it from the natural, how you would react. Like, this nigga got some nerve. He's outside of my fucking business. Like, I got to show this man ain't nothing to play with. This dude took a plane over here. He keep following me. Some in you as a man, you like you said, you back an animal into a corner. You force it to strike. Everywhere I go, you keep following me. You keep like, bro, you got some nerve. It's some in a man that's gonna say, I'm gonna have to show him like I'm not really nothing to play with. Like he don't mind coming into my territorial space. Like I got to be on guard when he's around, and I don't want to always be on guard. That's gonna make you fucking just say, let me go on strike at some point. Like, move him away from me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get him gone.
Sure.
I know what you mean.
I'm just saying, that just looking at it from that aspect.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like when CW was talking shit about Chicago, how niggas was territorial about him just speaking on it. Now, granted he was here but then left, but it's like at the same time, people wanted to do something to him. Like, you come in somebody's proximity and get to talking shit about, especially known to be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same mindset. Like, come on, man. If I catch you, I catch you. Like, at the end of the day, you've been talking shit for the longest. Don't think you gonna come around me and shit sweet.
Right. And you're going to keep on provoking somebody. I mean, you were successful with it. Like, if you keep poking the bear, you can't be surprised when the bear tears that ass up. What do you expect? Like, you were trying to get a reaction, right? Clearly. So, I mean, you got that reaction. So you won. You got a face slap.
And like I said, right, all the energy that niggas put into trolling brothers and shit, they can put it into working with them brothers. What if that man, what if he was taking a trip out there to work with the man? To you know what I'm saying? Like, check this out, how you look at it like this. You say, which one of these brothers got the most history of working with their people and who don't? Pan-African Strike Back, the Brandon brother, who he working with? Who's a Taharka them working with? You see what I'm saying? This man here don't have no ideology like Islam or ideology like out of Africa theory. His ideology is niggas working together to build and to claim what's ours. That's a dangerous ideology, man. And they'll send agents to attack that.
Facts. History has shown that. And for those who criticizing everything that we need to do or what should be done, we don't need a museum. Well, what do we need? So work on that. And you will get support if you're sincere. And if you know what I'm saying, people will support it. So instead of critiquing what you don't like, okay, the museum ain't whatever, but what do you think is needed? And then how come everybody that's so mad about the museum, they ain't donated to the museum?
So let me ask
why
y'all don't think, even though I do agree with y'all don't think that the clout chasing part. I was agreeing with the brother earlier when he was saying that the internet is a place where you chase for clout to boost your, you know what I'm saying, whatever you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a hot topic, you go see people who ain't never talked about it before, hashtagging they shit on their stuff. So I'm saying that when Tommy Sotomayor was like at his peak of talking shit about black women and all that, Tariq did set himself up as the opposition to that, and he did go and kind of like do the same thing that Taharka did to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though they ain't go all the way, it was the same thing. It was a setup. the brother Tommy one thinking he was there, and Tariq showed up with, you know what I'm saying, on some.
That ain't the same thing. I'm gonna tell you why it ain't the same thing. If I pop up on my ops and say, peekaboo, put your hands up, nigga, you said you wanted to fight, come on. Yeah, you was talking shit. That's different than me motherfucking popping up on my ops saying, I'm just here taking pictures, getting footage for the family, leave me alone. And got
some weird shit.
Yeah, and then goddamn it, when I pop your ass, you want to file a lawsuit. Bobby, don't say that's the same. You from Chicago.
No, the lawsuit part, listen, I said the lawsuit part is the whole shit. The other part about it being clout chasey, like the brother was saying earlier, it's all clout chasey. Like this nigga put up on this nigga at a Vlad interview where all cameras was at. Tommy wasn't expecting that. That was a coordinated setup, and Vlad and Tariq came out and said they set him up for that.
I don't mind. Hold on. Let me respond to Bobby, man. I don't mind that kind of clout chasing. There's a difference. There's a difference because listen,
I'm just calling it clout chasing. That's all.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with clout chasing. It's just something wrong with stalking. What Tariq Nasheed doing is whole shit. You can clout chasing and still maintain your manhood and don't compromise your dignity. For example, right? If a nigga online say, nigga, I'll beat your ass, and I say, dude, I'll beat your ass, and we both be like, okay, nigga, I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm gonna pull up on you. Wait till I see you. What you think gonna happen? I'm gonna find a way that I can pop up on that nigga when all the cameras out so the people can see if he really about that life. If you saying I'm clout chasing for that, then cool, I'm a real nigga for that. But now the shit Taharka Bey doing, that's different. That's different. That's whole shit.
It's also different because isn't Vlad in California somewhere?
Yeah, they all was in California.
Yeah, so it's basically, so Tommy basically came to. So listen, so Tommy basically. So Tommy basically.
I think that was real, cause guess what, right? If y'all talking,
I'm saying Taharka did some whole shit.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying Tommy basically came to Tariq's neighborhood then. So, I mean, it only makes sense that he's coming.
No, Tommy was there for Vlad.
I know, I'm saying though, but he came in the vicinity. We was talking about territory before.
No, but listen,
we was talking about territory before, right?
Right, because guess what? Because Tariq like, oh, okay, that nigga's in town, huh? This a good time to pop up on this motherfucking ass. Let's see if he gonna back that shit. Look, I don't care who coordinated. If you said that you bout this fight and you wanted to do something, you ought to be like, thank you, Vlad. I've been waiting to get with this bitch ass nigga.
Right.
You shouldn't be mad at that. You was talking tough. Don't get mad
then you
at
come to my city.
Right. Don't get mad at who coordinate the meetup. You said you wanted to meet up with me, remember?
Vlad said he set the shit up.
And I'm glad.
So
listen,
I ain't saying right or wrong. I'm saying it's
right. We should thank Vlad for it. Listen what I'm telling you. Listen,
shit, and
right?
I get that,
and I'm
saying it's all clout chasing.
Brother, ain't nothing wrong with clout chasing. If I make a video right now about Simon Dan and his folks be like, Sanchez, you clout chasing, guess what I'm gonna say? You damn right, but I'm waking folks up too. And clout chasing is just a modern slang word for you're seeking popularity from an event. That mean if me and somebody get into an argument on this thing and we say, okay, man, we gonna meet up and fight, and both of us say we'll agree to record the fight, they'll say them niggas was clout chasing, but they both had a real fight. They clout chasing because they filmed it and they didn't do it in private. So in the age of social media, if you upload your events that you're doing, you clout chasing. If you fucking walk your dog around the block and you upload it on Facebook, you clout chasing. You do, like the man said, do everything for clout. Everything we do today for a view, for a like, but that goes without saying. We in the internet age. What we need to look at is who's doing the fuck shit or not as men. Everybody clout chasing. We in the digital age. And I hate that we even call it clout chasing. That make it look bad. We're in an age where views translate the money. So if it's two niggas about to get to fighting, one is a Crip, one is a Blood, they gonna call up the little gang channel and they gonna film it through online. Why not get paid for the shit? They was gonna do it for free. They clout chasing those. What? Why not? This the internet age. Shit, Kim Kardashian prove if you just fucking share what you did in the bedroom, it can fucking blow you up. I hate that the world like that, but hey, we gotta,
Well,
you know. Guess what you do? There's a way around
Hey
it.
man, Migos said do anything for clout. So
I tell y'all what, man. You don't do anything for clout. But what you do is you film everything for clout. Big difference. That's all. You got families out there right now. All they do is go out to eat, go shopping, go to parks, and they got a YouTube channel. The Parker family. More subs than mine. Different families or whatever. You name it. They out there. Vlog channels, all that. Right? And so my thing is, it don't make me feel bad. The clout word don't hurt me. What hurt me is when black men don't want to see what's real behavior and fake behavior. Fuck clout, man. Clout ain't nothing clout can be used for good, actually. I'm proving that with the flat earth shit. That I can take trendy topics and find a way to still get a positive round table, get some smoke going, humor going, and good messages going. I'm proving you still can use the clout age to your advantage. So people saying about the clout, that's deflecting from the fact that homeboy doing some bitch shit, if you ask me. I want to focus and zoom in on the stalking behavior and playing with a man. You could say a nigga doing this or that for clout. With the Tommy shit, I totally disagree. Totally disagree. A dude that's building a museum, like this clout shit is just him showing the internet, don't play with me. Quit talking to me tough and all that. I'll pull up on you. I'll approach you for altercation. That's what that is. You can't say that's what Taharka doing though. That shit that Tariq Nasheed did to Tommy was some real nigga shit to me. That ain't, whether you call it clout or whatever, is real. Let's make sure we put the R word on it though. Who want to debate whether it was a real shit or fake shit? That's the debate right there. Because clout is just a vague word that we use for like popularity and shit. But yeah, whether Tariq haters and the come on, where y'all at? Taharka boys at? I'm gonna drop the link.
Hey yo, Sanchez, I'm a bounce. I got some stuff I got to do, man. But I just want to say before I go that I appreciate you having me on. I've been watching you for a while, man. So thanks for the opportunity to get up here and speak. And keep up the good work, man. I'll see you next time.
Oh yeah, so salutes to everybody on the call, man. OG to Asha to Jesus. If any of y'all want the mic, go right ahead. I've been talking on mute, huh? My bad. I was just
bro.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, you're right, man. Like, it's a difference between you talking tough online and then the tough shit. When the tough shit come like y'all come face to face and it's time to show the tough shit. You talk about checking out these trinkets. Like, get your dumb ass out of the fuck is you talking about? Get slapped, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, I understand what you're saying. Him doing that, setting him up is a totally different thing. He set him up to do what the fuck I said I was gonna do when I saw you. It's a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you got to consider the credibility of somebody who will tell you that what you just saw on video didn't really happen. So now everything else he's saying, you got to consider as cap because he just told you that he didn't get slapped when we seen it. So what else? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even trust what he's saying. He's a pathological liar. He's telling us that he didn't get slapped. We seen him get slapped. He told us he had the video to prove he didn't get slapped. He didn't show the video. So when he's saying he's not a sex offender, when the paperwork say that, you got to consider everything else he said been capped. So here's what it is.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. And then this Bucci guy, see, both of these dudes, like I said, anybody supporting them, we know that they started with this man first. And it was all online clout chasing. Now this is where the clout chasing come in at. Cause they only beef with this man, and I heard some of these streams is what the other brother was saying, like, we don't need no museum. It's a scam and all that. That's clout chasing. You ain't got no legitimate beef with the man other than your opinion on saying you don't think he should build a museum, but that's his money, and you don't say, and you ain't saying nothing about the dude that's building a liquor store down the fucking street.
Right. Or you ain't building what you think we do need.
Yeah. That's just hate. What, and you know what? They ain't clicking that link either. Nobody want this.
Nah, because they ain't really got nothing that solid that they can stand on, is why. And they know it, because a lot of these cats that really rock with them, they know it's bullshit. They just resonate with it because they also ain't doing shit. Or because they also have character flaws like this dude. That's really what it is. And for clout chasing, let me tell you this. I'm the one that sent Tyreek all that paperwork on dude. Yes.
I'm dropping the bomb. Yeah. Damn. Hey, guess what, man? Let me ask you some shit, bro. They was trying to say earlier, and I read a couple of folks in the comment section, because if you did that, I know you know the history of all this beef then. So check this out, bro. Was Tyreek specifically dissing them niggas with their thumbnails and names when he was going against like Pan-Africans and all that? I don't ever remember a point in history where he was actually calling out like the Bucci cat or Taharka. They was calling his name, using his face on the thumbnail, and they eventually, like I said, a person will respond. You'll go ahead and respond. That's how I've been following it, but maybe it's something I missed. I just wanted to confirm. A lot of folks trying to act like they got amnesia.
I mean, his stance on it, in my opinion, his stance on the Pan-Africanism is really just saying they haven't reciprocated the love that we showed. And if you think about it, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've been trying to branch and we've been trying to reach out and show love to all these other cats, and they've been tribing up against us. So at this point, it's like, okay, hold your own nuts then. It ain't like, I didn't see it as like a personal against any individuals, except where maybe he did floor Ados, but Ados was garbage anyway. They wasn't sincere about that. They just wanted some clout on the Democratic side.
I kind of agree. I definitely agree on. I know Ados was, you're right.
They was trash. They had an agenda. They had an agenda, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool that they got some of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reparations conversations talking, but when you read their program that they had on what was that, Black Agenda? Reparations was like the last point on there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read it before. It was the last thing that was on there. So like, how serious are you about it? You got all this stuff in front of it, irrelevant stuff. So it's like, yeah, I wasn't really feeling that they were sincere.
That they was kind of using the narrative of reparations just like the white politicians was doing for their own personal. Yeah.
Something like that. And it seemed like they really was just trying to get, because plus they was trying to sell the Democratic Party to us without like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, was they really just trying to get a spot on CNN, MSNBC?
You ain't lying, bro. What they was trying to give us, was it Bernie Sanders? Can you school me on that? I think, what was it?
I think they shifted from Sanders and then they went to Biden too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe in taking any party side. I believe in taking like what's best for what's actually going to be beneficial. I don't care what politician says it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if the politician who says it is a rabid racist, but if he's saying some things that we could benefit from or putting policies in, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because the crazy shit about Tariq Nasheed, right? If you look at his Hidden Colors series, he worked with a lot of Pan-Africans. Right. You know what I'm saying? And no Pan-Africans back in them days was trying to tear a brother down and nothing like that. He was, like I said, networking with people, whether you agree with them or not, shit like that. And just working together, getting the knowledge out there. A person may be a Pan-African, but they don't mean that they don't know something, and that could contribute to the documentary. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is like, it's a certain group of Moors, a certain group of Pan-Africans that started their own little communities going against his movement. But he was always working with those groups just fine. That's why I said something fishy about these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, you got to be objective enough to, even if you don't agree with everything about what they're saying, if there's something that makes sense that can contribute to the cause, then take it. Leave the rest alone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something that they can contribute, whether we agree to worship the same God or not, or whatever. Yeah. Just because somebody's a Hebrew Israelite or whatever, I might not agree with that. But if they're saying some things that are seriously tangible, that are applicable, that makes sense, that don't mean I can't rock with that part. You know what I'm saying? I'm not following the person's character. I'm following the principles.
Hey, don't you know?
The principles make sense.
Don't you know what we saying right now is why the number one reason why we can't get over the hump? Because everybody else will put all that shit aside. We can't build nothing together because, man, he believe in the Bible. He believe in it. He doing all that. See what I'm saying? That's why I said it got to be some movement where everybody can just be part of and contribute to the benefit of the group and leave your religions and shit at the door. And that's what made me gravitate, and I hate the word gravitate, but that's what made me be magnetized toward the FBA shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Check this out. I was doing I put together a community where we were giving clothes and feeding the community. This was a couple of years ago. So, you know, we had the whole neighborhood out. We was eating. We giving away toys for the kids. We giving away school supplies for the school. This cat comes up, and, you know, I had a necklace with an unk on it. And he comes up and he says, well, what's you guys' religious ideology? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, what does this have to do with what we're doing? So come to find out, this dude was a Hebrew Israelite. So because he was a Hebrew Israelite and he didn't like the fact that I'm wearing the unk, he didn't want to help participate in what we were doing for the community because he said, oh, well, if we can't see eye to eye on this, then we can't do it.
Wow.
However, the hypocriticalness of this nigga, he got himself a plate though.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Like, come on.
Yo.
Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, I don't care who you worship. If we got to grow food, we got to grow food.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? We got to run businesses because people don't have that same standard when they're going to patronize these businesses. That's why it's like they keep on saying superficial stuff about, okay, well, he didn't have a bodyguard that was whoop-de-whoop or blah-de-blah, but you don't have these same standards when you're going to buy Nikes. Yeah. When you're going to buy these products from these other people, you're patronizing them. You're not asking them what their religious ideology is.
You know what I'm saying? Wow, bro. That's going over their head, man. Because I'm telling you, my brother, look, that story, bro, the moral of the story is we in trouble, man. Because, bro, we in trouble, bro. Because when a nigga looked at your uncle, it's like we gangbanging, and goddamn it, you walk right in a Christian store. You go right
so
in
now, so now the people don't need to eat because I'm wearing an unk and you do the Hebrew Israelite thing. That don't make sense.
Bro, I'm telling, I see why they don't need no Willie Lynch and Jim Crow no more.
It's already still going on. But I mean, I'll tell you like this. I think this separation and this conflict and this purge is necessary because we need to know who's who. We need to know, like, okay, y'all stay over there then. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can keep backing that fuck shit, no matter how much information and truth and facts, if you don't have enough critical thinking to separate this shit, or you don't care because you have a different agenda, we need to know who you are so you can stay over there. Because it ain't going to be all of us. All that kumbaya, all of us need to unite. That ain't going to happen. What's going to happen is those of us who can see an objective plan and follow it through and put the petty, superficial shit to the side, we're going to progress. And they gonna die. It is what it is.
Yo, somebody
I've accepted that.
Yo, that's powerful, man. Hey, look, you know what? To our point, check this out. The enemy's public said Tariq even worked with the Prince of Personal Pan Pizza, Umar Johnson, on the first Hidden Colors. Yeah, man. Umar Johnson was on the first Hidden Colors.
Yep. And look, man, I've met Umar a couple times. I've defended Umar several times. I've actually provided security when he came to Seattle a few years ago, a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And listen, dude has value to the community. This ain't no rant against him. He has a value to the community, but there's a lot of fuckery that's come with it. And he didn't fulfill what he said. And at this point, it's like, it's fair to critique that. But does that mean that he doesn't have any value? Like, we could separate the antics from what could be substance. You feel me? So I think that's the crossroad that we're coming to right now. When I'm saying across the board, I don't want to make him the only example. What I'm saying is, if people are sincere and they have some type of value, we could appreciate that value without appreciating the personality of the person with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
But I think what he was talking about when he's talking about that reparations, we don't need reparations and we need psychological reparations first. Like that right there, that's a soundbite that could be used against us, and I don't appreciate it because they love to make these sound bites coming from us, because it's like Candace Owens. If she says George Floyd overdosed and Mike Brown should have complied, that's what they want to say, right? So they'll use them. So now it ain't racist. It's like Sheriff David Clark or whatever. Now it's not racist because he's saying it. So like we can't give these cats.
I will mop the floor with him on that argument, bro, because you know how that argument's so easy to win. Here's the rebuttal right here, right?
Because he collects donations.
No, I'm gonna go even deeper than that.
What?
If all of us about to receive reparations and a dude say, wait before you cut the check, we need psychological reparations. Guess what I can tell him? Get your money and go get psychological help. Guess what? Umar is admitting that, see, he trying to throw it in a bucket. If I'm a crazy ass nigga that needs psychological help, I can say, hey man, we need psychological help. And the nigga be like, nah, you need psychological help. Just give me my check and get him some psychologists, y'all.
Right.
He's psycho.
Yeah. That's like as dumb as the argument as we're just gonna give it right back to him. No, you gonna give it right back to him. I know what I'm doing. You feel me? I know enough people of like minds that we know what to do with a couple hundred G's. We getting land, we building on 1,000 acres, we building community, we doing what needs to be done. If y'all gonna go and give it up to Nike, then do that. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? You're probably doing that anyway. So don't project your bullshit on the rest of us. Real.
Yeah. We need psychological help. We crazy, nigga. We crazy. We crazy, nigga.
Nah, nigga, you crazy.
Right. but then he's talking about his school that he can't build because he don't got the money because we ain't gave enough money. But then you're gonna go against reparations. What do you think that's about, though? Is that jealousy because he's not the face of the conversation?
Yeah,
what you think?
Man.
What you think?
I think so. Umar like clout. We gotta remember he had his glory days back in the day, and they came and went now.
Right. I'm the most requested.
Mm-hmm. Now it's like a heart is a house full of Eddie Kane around this bitch. No, I ain't gonna do him like that though.
Yeah.
But damn. That nigga that, hey, let me just say this, man. I think that the Breakfast Club and all that shit don't really help Umar, in my opinion. I think when he was going around speaking at these places about how the education systems was doing this shit, to me, that was his glory days.
That was valid, yeah. Right. But it does help him because it gets him exposure that he could parlay into donations.
But you know what though? Obviously, he ain't getting the kind of donations he want to get. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm like, you being on a Breakfast Club, you know, I don't know if it's benefit.
I think it helps with his online persona, maybe not like the grassroots go, because like remember he came up, he was in churches, he was doing lectures. Like when he came up to Seattle, you know what I'm saying, he was doing lectures at grassroots spots. Yeah. Also, even before he came to Seattle, I had to have a conversation with cats in the neighborhood who didn't want him to come.
And I'm telling you, man, that was grassroots.
That was grassroots.
You was on the ground. You was on tour. People booking you, and these people they're gonna put money in your pocket when you leave. You going here and there. I know how it go. And then guess what? God damn it! Now you thinking that you trading off for some batter, but when you get associated with these big platforms, think it's gonna grow your movement. Some of these people taint your movement, and you lose the few people that would have donated to you to receive a bunch of dead weight motherfuckers. And out of all them people that you get exposed to, only a small percentage donate. And you realize you was cutting through all that when you was on the road going directly to the people who your message was emotional to.
If the media make you, the media could break you, right? And then like if you're gonna go the media route like that and you have flaws, then you ain't gonna be able to pull up to as many spots. It's like Taharka Bey, he burnt himself. So many cats, he can't leave his city. You seen what happened when he did? Even when he went to that little, I won't say that little, I don't say that but even when he went to that reparations rally, he had to have bodyguards in his own backyard. So some of these cats, when they burn those bridges, they can't be in the community anymore. So you trading in real support for what you think is going to get you, more marketing ability, but it ain't always a good trade-off though.
Yep. It ain't. It's almost always a bad trade-off. You end up getting more exposure, but you end up to connecting to a lot of you ain't getting a targeted audience. You just getting a bunch of exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's you can kind of compare it to the Nipsey Hussle model of how he came up, right? He didn't have no major records out. It was mixtapes. He was going to spots. The streets really fucked with him. Feel me? Master P, he was selling out the trunk. That's how that was his road to the billions. He didn't take the deal that could have made him famous, getting 7 cents an album. Instead, he took it straight to the people to where he's maximizing his profits and he's building a foundation of support that'll stick through with you because they see you for real.
Yeah. That's facts though, man. Hey, I went to your channel too, bro. Let me see here, man. Yeah,
man. I've been on the Taharka Bey rampage, and like I said, like I'm the one that brought that out, that paperwork on him because somebody sent it to me. Except for when I did it, and then Taharka started threatening me and stuff. But the thing is, I don't have enough, you know what I'm saying, views for him to have to really respond. So he would cap. The first thing he said when that paperwork came out, he said I doctored it. He said that I went and manipulated the paperwork. Then he pulled it himself and said the same thing. So then he said he's going to explain it. And then, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that now Tariq brought it out and Sonetta before him, now he has to speak about it. But he's capping. So he knew, like, when I was saying things, it wasn't going to get enough traction compared to his channel. So he didn't really have to respond to it like he does now. So that's why I'm loving the show. You know?
Shit. Say you doctored that shit.
He said it was doctor. That's the first thing he said. Go ahead.
No, I think I heard him not only say that about, that ain't the first time I probably heard him say that before about some paperwork. It's hard to doctor paperwork if I ain't mistaken, man, on that level. But I want to drop the link. Yeah, it's definitely public record, stamped and shit, all that shit if I ain't mistaken, sealed.
But listen, here's the cap for everybody that's listening, because here's the cap that he says. He'll say he's not on the registry now, which could be true. And that document that shows him as a registered sex offender is not that actual case isn't what put him on the registry. That case just reflects at the time he was on the registry. But there's ways you can get off the registry. One, by just not registering. It's only a misdemeanor. Two, after the time elapsed, you don't have to report anymore and it drops off. So that document just shows that when he caught that particular case in 2016, at that time, he was registered as a sex offender. Doesn't mean he still is, right? And it doesn't mean that that's the actual case that put him on the registry. It just so happens at that time he was on the registry. So he does a lot of capping. Like, you could just check it out right now. Nah, doesn't mean you're still on it. This was 2016. So if he caught the case that put him, and remember, to be registered as a sex offender means you were convicted, not accused, not alleged. You'd have to be convicted. Doesn't mean he didn't get it expunged from his record, right? It just means at this time he's not on it. But in 2016, he was on it. That's a fact.
And I hate to bring this up, but like I always said, we can never forget that Noble Drew Ali was allegedly accused of statutory rape. So when I'm gonna always bring that up and put that out there, and you're gonna hold that. Cause deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Deal with that shit. And an average man, you know what the motherfuckers like to say, like with Dr. York and shit. These is just allegations. They trying to bring a nigga down. They trying to destroy the prophet and all that old cult shit.
I mean, if one person said, I could believe it, that it might just be cap.
Right.
But when several people say it, there might be some truth behind it. And then let's do this. Let's weigh out if that is true. Is what he did so great that we could? Does his good outweigh that? If that's the case, then like, did he do something so monumental and great that we could be like, yeah, that was wrong, but at least we got this out of it. We ain't even got that to work with, because what have Moore's done for us collectively? Just name one thing. What have they done collectively that has been beneficial to us? We know what they did in the Congo. We know that they showed these cats how to get over here and was overseers in plantations in the Caribbean. We know that. We know what they did in Ethiopia for Mussolini. We know what they did to Songhai Empire with the white Moroccans, because that peace and friendship treaty that they always want to stand on, that treaty is garbage. That treaty was saying, yeah, you can have slaves. We're going to help you. But that treaty wasn't written by no indigenous Moroccans. That was a white sultan from the Ottoman Empire that made an agreement with the United States that they will collaborate in the trading of African slaves. So what have they done that's been beneficial then or now?
Shit.
Show me. That's what I'm saying. Just show me what they've done. What are they doing right now? Any movement that we had that we made progress, where were they at? Because they all this, oh, you can't be black. We ain't black. Black's a color crayon. Okay. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? When you go to jail, when you be in court, you be black. You be African American. When you trying to get that loan from the bank, you ain't checking off Moorish American. Cut it out.
Yeah, that is big cap.
That's cap.
Hey, let me just specify something to a lot of people in the chat room, and I guess it's because you brought up Nipsey Hussle, and I keep calling you Crip Talk. I'm seeing folks getting it twisted, and I'm just want to let them know it's cryptocurrency, not the gang. Crip is right. What your channel is around, right, man?
Okay, like so I have two channels. I have Liberation Minded Media and Crip Talk Podcast. So the last time I was on a Zoom, I must have been through Crip Talk Podcast on that channel. So the Crip Talk Podcast, I speak about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So that's why it says Crip Talk Podcast, because the last time I was on Zoom, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's a fine name, though. Don't wear blue though. They gonna think that. Don't wear that blue bandana. They gonna say a Crip Talk.
No, it ain't gang.
Yeah. We had to specify that. But y'all sub to the brother, man. I'll put your link down there for him.
Appreciate that.
We get the new channels on, man. We welcome these brothers. Anybody on a call want to join into the bill, man? I'm going to pin that brother channel, and then I'm going to drop the link, too, for whoever want to come
Appreciate it. And I want to say this, man. I'm glad I found your channel, man, because it's always inspiring to hear people who can critically think, whether they're a little biased or not. I mean, but just thinking things through and what makes sense, logical sense, because that's how men speak. I think a lot of these cats, they start taking feminine traits because they don't argue with logic and facts. They argue with emotion. They argue because they're attached to a particular personality of an individual. So they allow the bullshit to be okay, and they justify the bullshit because they resonate on some other type of level. But men deal with logic and science and applicable factors that we can actually do something with, not just with how we feel emotionally. So, I mean, I think your channel is pretty dope, man, for what I've seen so far. Even though I don't agree with the flat earth.
That's fine, man. We ain't gonna debate you on it now, but sometime in the future we will, though.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't expect folks to, hey, man, most of the people are globalists, believe in the globe. But when we get into that, we're gonna blow you away.
Well, to be fair, I ain't done enough looking into it to really be able to dispute that idea.
Yeah, that's fair
Grand
enough.
Rising, brothers. Grand
That's
Rising.
what's
What's good, brother
bro.
Sanchez?
What's good, OG
Black
Leo?
fucking power.
Black power.
Appreciate everything you do in the community, my brother. That brother lucky, because it's times when somebody stalks someone and they came out in emergency wards. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
Trolling go wrong sometimes. You know, I just wanted to tap in. Much respect, bro. I appreciate everything you do. My brother. And Grand Rising, much love and respect to everybody. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. That's what's up, OG in the house. And he ain't gonna lead us astray, man. So you heard it. You're wrong. But the sad part is the people that, like you said, anybody taking up for that man don't care about him, and that's what I'm saying.
They don't. They pushing him. They pushing him. They putting a battery in his back. But if they really cared about him, they would tell him, "Hey, you doing too much."
Yeah, man.
Because L.A. is known for catching bodies. You talk about territorial. L.A. is very territorial. He could have got stomped out. He could have got shot up. So if these people really care about him, they would be telling him to chill out with all that. They wouldn't be pushing them to do it, so they don't give a fuck about him. But they're giving them views, and that's okay with him.
Yep. That's like rewarding a person for wrong and then complaining about what's going on in the community. It's hypocritical.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you made a good point earlier when you were talking about the good cop, bad cop and stuff like that. And you were saying that they give more energy towards you calling it out than the actual bad cops. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same kind of thing that we see in this conscious community, where if you don't agree with someone, you'll go harder on that than the fact of what they might be saying is true, or the fact that, you know what I'm saying, there's a real detriment that's going on and you're not focusing on that. You're focusing on some superficial shit. So like, are you even serious about what you're saying? Do you even stand on and believe what you're saying at that point?
Nah. That's why and then it just start to look like you're hating.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
I'm gonna drop the link. Hey, Amir L. Bey, then you wanted to, you said, Sanchez, I told you Taharka was COINTELPRO when he got on. That's why I wanted to debate him. Oh, okay, Amir L. Bey, my bad. I remember that day when we had him on. I was trying to debate him about Noble Drew Ali, but you was trying to debate him about him being an agent, and I was stepping in between that to get on the Noble Drew Ali shit. I see what you saying, and now I'm saying he an agent. I got you. Damn.
Yeah. I made a video about that myself where I just basically showed what the counterintelligence program papers say and contrast that to what he does. The fact that he said he came in the game on propaganda, like out of his own mouth, he pretty much has told you this, if you're paying attention. He told you this. You know what I'm saying? You could look at his actions. You could look at the COINTEL papers. You could look at the fact that when he caught his first case, when he caught a case, he snitched. Then the last case, that one where that sex offender stuff is on there, should have sent them back to the pen, but he starts Morris Road TV that same week. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of coincidences, I guess.
And the people in the chat room, like you said earlier, Crip Talk, I see it happening in the chat. We just throwing the word agent around right now. So let me go and show them what an agent is, to show that we ain't always throwing it around. An agent is a person with an agenda. Right. Now who got, look, and what I'm saying too, it ain't bad to be an agent. My agenda is to promote flat earth and prove the earth is flat. That actually make me an agent for the flat earth community. Right? Because my agenda, boom, you could say the flat power shit is my agency, but you know, it ain't no official agency, of course. But now let's just in a nutshell. So, but my thing is like, if you have a good agenda, we can clap for that. So when we use the word agent, everybody that's an agent ain't bad though. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you an agent for? Who are you an agent for? What are you an agent of? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you say, well, my agenda is to provoke niggas so I can file lawsuits on them, that ain't a good agenda to have that's gonna benefit the people.
Or if your agenda is just to discredit and disrupt things that are happening that are progressive and productive for our people. Like if your only critique, like here's another thing about Taharka. The only thing he critiques is those who are doing actual community work. Now it's not that some of them don't deserve to be critiqued, but I'm saying like you ain't got no smoke for the police killing us. You ain't got no smoke for Dylan Roof. He blamed Dylan Roof on us. He ain't got no smoke for that cat that shot up those 10 people in Buffalo. Nope, he blamed that on black people. It's like, yo, you ain't got no smoke even for the Memphis police that did that brother wrong. You ain't got no smoke for none of that, but you're mad about somebody because they built a museum and maybe back in the day they used to rap about more reckless stuff.
Right.
That don't make no sense. You said it yourself. You said it yourself. It's like, okay, nobody had smoke when Tariq Nasheed, and this don't even just go with Tariq Nasheed, it goes to for a lot of people. You could use this for a lot of examples. Like all the fuck shit that goes on in our communities doesn't get any smoke. But if that person who used to be involved in that starts doing good things, all of a sudden it's smoke now. Now you're mad about that.
Yeah. Hey, they watching you with one of them goddamn magnifying glass when you want to be a revolutionary. Just think about that shit though. Like if you're a dude that's a good voice for the community, speaking out about the right thing, even if you get caught, just say cheating on your woman, they'll crucify you. But a rapper can go out there and say everything you saying and do all the most devilish behavior, and they'll say them, that young brother is a role model. Let them, and all like that. It's just it's crazy, man. That shit's so crazy, boy. How the righteous man gonna ever win if we at that kind of disadvantage, man?
Man, I think that we just have to accept the fact that there's going to have to be conflict. There's going to have to be the separation. There's going to have to be the purge. There's going to have to be niggas that get slapped up for going against the grain, so we can set up precedents of who we are, what we're trying to do. And then them cats can stay over there. If that's what you want, stay over there with it. But you come up in our space, then we're going to have to set the record straight that we ain't having that over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want certain things around my family, around my children, around my person. Facts, I don't want to build with everybody.
Cause my thing is, if you go in that down, remember the part when he said these are liquor store sheds. Now, don't that show a lot of hate though? You can see that's a lot of hate, bro. That's so much hate. Hey, salutes to Citizen, man. Welcome to the bill, bro. Salutes to you, man. And y'all got the sub to Citizen, man. Whenever you ready to hop in, let me know, bro. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because, bro, I hear a lot of that kind of stuff like, oh, man, the hidden history museum is in an alleyway. It's a liquor store, old liquor store. All I say, yo, that's what made me want to do these streams because I was like, damn, they ain't really got a legitimate beef with this shit. I hope I ain't nowhere. I hope I was never nowhere like this. If I was like this, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to be part of that shit. Because when you start looking at it, it's like niggas was giving T.I. props for the fucking trap museum.
Right. How much smoke did he get?
None.
How come? Go ahead.
No, they was defending it like that's a brilliant idea. That's facts. You got it? Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, man. No smoke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't have the smoke for the legitimate things that you could actually be critiquing that actually has a way worse toxic impact on even on them, if you think about it. Because if they living in these communities, so you don't got smoke, like you said, for the trap house right down the street. You're mad about a museum because it ain't big enough, I guess. But you didn't donate to it.
And see, you ain't mad at it. You're really just hating on it. But like
I think it's really because when they see certain people doing things that are positive and they call themselves conscious or they call themselves supposedly about the people, but they know they don't participate in anything productive, I think it causes a conflict within themselves.
Some going on inside of them folks. And then I'm going to tell you, when you take, like I said, you saying that the museum is in a ghetto, it's a liquor store, but you bought a plane ticket to go motherfucking see the shit. That shit be crazy, boy.
Right. To see somebody who you said was a murderer who got away because the feds helped them. If you really believe that, why the fuck would you go over there to deal with a murderer from what you said? That's what I'm saying. They don't be believing the bullshit they be saying. They really don't.
A nigga got to show me what he building to critique what another man building.
Exactly.
And I don't even got to necessarily like what the man building, but you can't fucking have that kind of smoke if you ain't building shit.
But you notice that people who really, I've been in community service for years, mentoring, advocate for juveniles, drug and alcohol counselor, doing a lot of work with nonprofits. And one thing that I notice is this, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. If you're really doing work like that, even if you don't like someone and you know what they're doing is legit, you still got to salute them because you understand the nuances that it takes to make certain things happen in your community. So people who are actually doing productive things, they're not the ones that have the most smoke. But even if they do have criticism, at least it's more legit. But most people who are in that kind of space, they'll fill the void rather than trying to tear you down for not doing exactly what you think should be done. You fill the void. That's how men think. That's how builders operate.
And people, if you like the facts that we drop, and hit the like button,
Hit
please.
that like, yeah.
And that share button, man. Y'all already know it. Shout out to y'all in the chat room.
Yo, bro, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Salute, citizen man in the house.
Salute. Hey, I don't think Taharka is COINTELPRO because I don't think he's that high level, right? But there's this organization called Defeat Disinfo that was created in late 2020. And what their job is to pay online influencers to troll and flag other YouTubers that are actually making progress with, waking the people up. And if you can get on the screen share and go and just get on Google and type in Defeat Disinfo, there's plenty of information about it on there. And it seems to align with what Taharka is doing. Like, I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed, and I don't rock with Tariq like that. But the reparations thing, it's a pretty big deal to a lot of people in this country. And the fact that he's making he's bringing that conversation to the forefront makes him a prime target for Defeat Disinfo to go after him. Now, in the conservative movement, there's plenty of guys that claim to be Trump supporters and conservatives, but they run around flagging other people. There was one. This is why I've been getting flagged down since 2021, since early 2021, because there's this one guy that claims to be a Trump supporter, and all he does is flag all my videos down. So I've been a victim of Defeat Disinfo. I'm pretty sure you have too, with all the, the porn bombers and the strikes they put on your channel and all that. So anybody that's bringing the truth to the people and waking them up, they are a target for Defeat Disinfo, and you'll always find other YouTubers and content creators who shouldn't really be pulling the numbers that they pulling because the content sucks. But for some reason, they got all these numbers, they got all this clout and all this support, and all they do is try to tear other YouTubers down. That's what I think he's down.
That's crazy. That's crazy because my other YouTube channel got shut down when it started getting popular. When I started getting over 10,000, they was attacking it, they was striking it, they was making it to where I couldn't go live, they was taking videos down, they were making it to where people had to hit a whole bunch of links before they could see the video, but they couldn't like it, they couldn't share it, they couldn't comment on it.
What they do.
This is crazy.
What's your primary content? You do crypto, like you talk about like crypto trading and stuff like that?
I don't really talk about trading. What I do is I show stories of development and partnerships that are being made that you would think would be on the mainstream. I don't tell you what to buy. I just tell you this is what's happening. These guys partner with this. This is happening.
You know what? And that's valuable information because savvy traders would know what to buy into and what to sell off.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to. I'm not going to tell you what to do and give advice. I'm just saying like this is what's actually happening in the world for real. El Salvador